Guys, the market's red. I'm going to keep building. You don't get these opportunities in the green. And I'm going to be adding Jasmy today and 2 other altcoins. So stay tuned. I'm going to go through the full portfolio. And let me know what you think, what part of the market cycle that we're in. Anger, panic, capitulation, disbelief, because we go through these cycles and we need to have a market reset. I've been saying it for months. We need to have a market reset, wipe out the leverage longs, wipe out the leverage shorts before we can go on our merry way for the next 12 months. So I've got Jasmy to add. I've got 2 other altcoins to add. Before we get into the juicy part, I want to have a heart-to-heart with you, just one-to-one between me and between you. So the market cycles, what kind of conditions need to be met before a new market cycle happens? And how do you feel during this phase? Because the market is designed to make you feel like you want to sell. It's designed to make you feel like you want to buy. Depends whether you're a bull, depends whether you're a bear, but it creates that uncertainty in the market. And that's what it feels like now, guys, uncertainty in the market. So we've got lots of bearish news, and then we've got lots of hopium as well. We're going to go over both. So firstly, how are we doing on the week? You can see on the bubbles, we've got Beam down 22%, Atom down 19.1%. You've got between 10 and 20% to the downside, other than Starknet. That's the one that stands out this week. What about the fear and greed index? You can see that we're in extreme fear. When the markets are in extreme fear, we're in 23 at the moment, 23, 22 yesterday, 29 last week, and 20 last month. So we've been in extreme fear now for a month. What happens when you're in extreme fear? This is extreme fear down here, and then you get a volatile move to the upside, volatile move to the upside. Look where we are, extreme fear. We're expecting that volatile move to the upside. Does it mean it's going to happen today, tomorrow, early next week? No, but it feels like it's getting closer. So that's the fear and greed. You can see that the market's in fear, market's in fear. Right, the global liquidity cycle. We've talked about this before, guys. Why is this important? Because the markets go through business cycles. The markets go through cycles of quantitative tightening and quantitative easing. During quantitative tightening, they're trying to claw the money back, claw the money back. Everybody's worse off during quantitative tightening. During quantitative easing, things get better. More money comes into the market, more liquidity comes into the market, and you're allowed those volatile swings because of that new money that's in the market. You can see here, 2019, 2020, we had that stimulus into the market. We had quantitative easing, and you had the bull market of 2021. Now we've come all the way back down. We've had a great reset. We're in 2022, 2023, 2024. What's happening? Quantitative easing. Chair Fed Powell has already pivoted. He's said that the interest rates are going to come down. We're going to get stimulus into the economy. We've got a new presidential election. You've got money flying around. You've got money flying around from things like FTX. The people from FTX are getting their money back. That's about 6 billion. Where's that going to go? Into crypto? Probably. So you've got lots of different things happening. It's creating that uncertainty in the market. And that's the reason why I'm building now. So that's the global liquidity cycle. You can see this is macro, guys. This is a 6-year period, a 6-year swing. So expect this to be a volatile move over the next 12 to 18 months. That's the global liquidity cycle. This is what happens, guys. This is what I talk about, a great market reset before you have a new bull run. This is what happened in 2019. You had the 2019 relief rally here, come back down. What happens? 65% dump to the downside, quick buyer, and then you reset is confirmed new market. So that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for this reset. How deep is it going to be? How big is it going to be? Because we're in this bull flag at the moment on Bitcoin. We're testing the bottom of the bull flag. Everybody's fearful now. But if we drop the bull flag to the downside, you could get something like this. And if you get something like this, how are you going to feel here, 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 here? It's designed to sell to institutions, sell to institutions, sell to institutions, sell to institutions. Bam. Got nothing left, but they have, and you're buying back here. That's what the market is designed to do, guys. There's people that's got more money than you. There's people that's got more money than me. And there's people that want to take advantage of that. If you've got more money, you can manipulate the markets more. And if you want something, you can get it cheaper. So, right, okay. Next thing, a little bit of hopium. Anybody from 2021 remember this? Elon Musk tweeting. Elon Musk tweeting about Doge. This is where the bullish comes from. The bullish news comes from things like this, Elon Musk tweeting. And when we're in the bull market, this tweet, watch what happens to the price. It'll send it skyrocketing. And that's what it done time and time again with Dogecoin in the last bull run. Right, okay, so that's the news. Let's jump in to the charts. Got so many charts to go over, guys. But first, how is the portfolio performing? Let's take a look. You can see that we're down 13.1%. I'm going to talk to you about hindsight, guys. If you started this portfolio today, you'd be 13.1% better off. Why didn't I start the portfolio today? Because hindsight is a bitch, guys. Hindsight's a bitch. How do I know that the market's going to be like this in 2 months' time? How do I know the market's going to be like this in 1 month's time? You don't, guys, but you can only prepare for that. By preparing for it, I'm averaging down in an accumulation phase, in a building phase, ready for the next run with a plan to be scaling out of risk into lower risk during the course of the bull run. By the end of the bull run, I'm going to have a little bag. By the end of the bull run, pretty much going to be in dollars and Bitcoin, guys. That's the plan. That's the goal. So we're down 13.1%. There's things that we can do to fix this, to bring our average down, and that's what I intend to do. So if we look at the charts now, we'll go over Bitcoin before we go over the portfolio alt picks. To analyze the market, we need to understand what could happen and what is happening. So we talked about Bitcoin. We said that we're in a bull flag. We're in a bull flag, and when you're in a bull flag, you've got a higher probability of breaking to the upside. However, it doesn't mean that that's a definite. We're testing the downside once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. This is the 6th time that we're testing the bottom of the flag. So we need to push to the upside. We need to test the top of the flag. We need to break the top of the flag, and then we need to hold that as support and move to the upside. Once that happens, guys, that's your bull run. So that's what you're waiting for, the bull run. Bitcoin dominance. This is interesting. Let me zoom into this. We talk about the ascending wedge, the 2.5-year ascending wedge. Bitcoin has been outperforming altcoins for the last 2.5 years, and we were in this bull flag. We broke out to the upside. What happened here, guys? Broke out to the upside. There's a psychology behind this. What's that? 1, 2, 3, triple top, and this is a lower low, lower close candle. It completely engulfed the previous day's candle and then finished and closed lower than the extreme low of the previous candle. What happened here? Lower low, lower close. Close below the extreme low of the previous candle. And what's happening now? Lower low, lower close. This has shown that the sentiment's flipping from Bitcoin dominance, from Bitcoin, sentiment's flipping from Bitcoin into altcoins. You've had 3 days here. 3 days. You've got the big bearish engulfing. You've got the lower low, lower close, big lower low, lower close. And if we come back down and test this previous high here and break below this previous high, that doesn't act as support, but it acts as resistance. Bam, alt season, alt season, alt season. That's what we're waiting for. That's why we can monitor these markets. We can monitor a variety of markets to get an indication of what needs to happen before we get that big rally. The dollar index, it's been trying to come back and test this as resistance. Come back up, it's come back, double bottom, flip it in reverse. We had a double top, triple top with Bitcoin, double bottom. It's holding this level and it's confirming this level, and it wants to go and try for that move to the upside. Do we want it to try for the move to the upside? Ideally, if we broke down here below there, that's strength in the dollar gone. That's what we want, guys. We want people that have no confidence in the dollar. When people have got no confidence in the dollar, people are coming out of the dollar. People are going more risk on. When people have got confidence in the markets, they want capital in the markets. They want to make sure that they get the most gains possible for their money. Right, total market cap. See how these 4 charts go hand in hand. You've got the Bitcoin. That's the market leading indicator. You've got the dominance showing, is Bitcoin outperforming altcoins or is altcoin outperforming Bitcoin? You've got the dollar, which is the strength of the dollar. When people are in fear, they go into the dollar. When people are not in fear, they come out of the dollar into risk because they want more capital. And then you've got the total 3. The total 3 is the whole of the crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin, excluding Ethereum. What needs to happen here? Break to the upside, bam, retest as support, bull market, alt season, bam, bam, bam. Right, okay, so that's the macro, guys. Let's dive into some altcoins and then which 3 altcoins I'm going to be adding to the portfolio. Right, here we go. How's the portfolio performing? The first one that we're going to be looking at is Audi. And you can see last week we were talking about Audi when we got the entry. And I said that we were tightening into this wedge pattern. When you're tightening into a wedge pattern, the buy orders and sell orders are getting narrower and narrower and narrower. And ultimately, one of 2 things have got to happen. Break out to the upside or break out to the downside. It's a higher probability of breaking out to the upside and then continuing. Once we take out this high here, sitting at $36.56, and we break and close above that high, that's signaling the first sign of a reversal. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm not adding to Wardy today. There's 3 cryptos that I'm going to be adding to today, but I'm going to be adding the ones that are most suitable, the ones that are at stronger support and the ones that have bled a lot more to bring my average down. So you could see this is ICP. We were trying an ICP. We were forming a wedge pattern in ICP as well. You could see we kept getting rejected into our downtrend. Now we need to make an imminent move. Again, Similar to the previous one, how do we know when the trend is broken? How do we know when we're likely to get a reversal? When we take out this previous high. This previous high is sitting at $8.69 on ICP. Next thing, XRP healthcare. Look at the way that these charts are forming, guys. We're tightening into a wedge pattern. XRP healthcare. This was resistance. This line was resistance, 2.5 cents. What do we say? We don't buy resistance. We don't buy resistance. We buy support. So what happened on XRP healthcare? This was resistance for such a long time. Once it breaks resistance, I said you're going to get a volatile spike to the upside. In XRP healthcare, we got 240% to the upside. That was a swing, and look where it is now. We've pulled all the way back. Where are we? Guys, you can buy resistance here, you can buy resistance here, you can buy resistance here. What happens every time you buy resistance? Move to the downside, move to the downside, move to the downside. So it happened time and time again. You got the volatile spike to the upside. Look where we are now. Resistance, 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 support. Which one's better for you guys? Which one's better? It's both the same price, exactly 2.5 cents. One's support, those were resistance. So there's a method in our madness, guys. Right, okay, so we're in a descending channel. Descending channels are bearish patterns. What's the psychology behind a descending channel? We're putting in lower highs. Let me just zoom in a bit. Putting in lower highs. This is DYDX, guys. Lower highs, lower highs, lower lows, lower lows. What this is actually signaling, guys, you got buy orders and sell orders. You got bulls and bears. The bulls and bears go through fights at certain levels. Once you've got this level here and you've broken this flag to the downside, the bears have got control. The bulls have stopped their buy orders. They've stopped their buy orders until we start forming this channel. The bulls are back in the fight. The bulls are buying, and you've got a tug of war battle happening between this wedge and between this channel, the descending channel. So the bears are trying to push it down, but they're struggling and they're struggling and they're struggling. Once we get a move to the upside, a break and a move to the upside, take out this previous high, hold that as support. That's signaling the reversal. So that's what we're looking for. Next one's VE chain. VE chain. You can see that the indicators have reversed on this one. And we've got here, let's get it up. You've got here, guys. You'll see this time and time again at the moment. We've got bullish divergences everywhere. This is buying and selling pressure. This is the RSI. This is buying and selling pressure. We've put in a higher low. So the buyers are outweighing the sellers and putting in that higher low on the RSI. The chart's put in a lower low. The chart needs to catch up. The chart needs to reflect what the RSI is doing. So that's created divergence on VE chain. VE chain is currently sitting at 0.02 cents. Psychological support, 2 cents. Round number. Right, next one, guys, ton coin. Ton coin. It's had a lot of bad press lately. We've reversed from its high on ton coin to its low, 38% to the downside. So it's having problems, but that could potentially be entry opportunities. And that's why I entered into ton coin last week. Right. Okay. Ali. See here again, guys, divergence, divergence. It's putting in that higher low. So Ali currently trading at 0.00835. Remember, we need to take out this previous high to signal that we've got any kind of reversal in. What might happen, guys, you can't rule this out. It's what we were talking about earlier about the great reset, great market reset. What happened if this happened? How would you feel? Bam, all the way to the downside, losing, losing, losing. And then you get a big buy up candle straight after. That's what's likely to happen, guys. That's what happens time and time again. So you have to prepare for that. You need to understand that once you're building a position on your portfolio, it doesn't have to be the same as this, but your portfolio, you need to understand there's times that you're going to feel like selling when you go in to the downside. If you bought up here, guys, that's your capital lost. You might as well have not got in the game in the first place. So that's why they say strong hands and weak hands, guys. Unfortunately, retail are weak hands. Retail are late to the party. Retail are not interested. And when retail buy, their emotions, when their capital is going down, their first instinct is to save it, save it, save it, save it. Then the institutions buy. You buy higher. That's the psychology behind it, guys. Right, let's fly through these now. We've got spectral. We've had a break. We've come back and we've retested this as support. Retested this as support. Sitting at $5.64. So we've had the break. We've had the retest. We need to hold this $5.40. What is it? $5.41. Yeah. Right, okay, next, Fetch AI. Fetch AI. Same, guys, we've had a break. This potentially could come down a little bit more. Could come down a little bit more. We could come back and test 92 cents, but we're at a strong psychological $1 level here and holding that on Fetch AI. You've got a bit of a divergence there as well, guy. Oh, no, you haven't, not on Fetch. Right, okay, Proppy, next, Proppy. You see this accumulator phase? This is the building stage. This is a building stage. Let's measure this range. It doesn't look much. Let's measure it. From the downside of the range to the upside of the range, you're talking 46%. So we've been in this accumulative range. We've taken out this previous low, but we're holding a strong support. Holding a strong support, sitting at, again, psychological, $1.04. So call it $1. That's the main support, is $1 here on Proppy. Got Gala Games next. Gala's had the break as well. See, what this goes hand in hand in, guys, is you've had, let me just go there. So Gala, Bitcoin dominance. You've got Bitcoin dominance here. We said Bitcoin dominance has been dropping over the last 3 days. So because Bitcoin's been dropping, the Bitcoin price has been dropping, and the Bitcoin dominance has been dropping, you would expect altcoins to be dropping a lot less. And you can see that when we look at Gala, it's dropped a lot less than Bitcoin. When you look at Proppy, it's dropped a lot less than Bitcoin. When you look at Fetch, it's dropped a lot less than Bitcoin. In fact, it's gained against Bitcoin. So the altcoins are starting to outperform Bitcoin, which is signaling the start of that switch. So that was Gala. This is Cadena, guys. It's Cadena. We've come back. We've held this as support. This is 49 cents. We've held it once, held it twice. We've come back down, tested it for the 3rd time. However, the reason why I'm interested in this is because the volatile move from this support to its resistance is 89%. So 89%, if you offloaded 50%, that's pretty much taking your capital out. If you come back down and tested the low again, you can reallocate that capital and double your money on the way up. So there's a method in the madness, guys. You look at the size of the swings, not just how good the cryptocurrency is. And that's why I'm only taking $50 on each of these, and I can average my position down. It's a strategy, guys. You need to have a strategy. Right, okay. Scallop. Scallop's doing the same. See, let me just pull this up. Scallop, you've got strong bullish divergence. You put in that lower low. Come back, you've put in high low. Showing. What's it showing, guys? The chart needs to catch up. The chart needs to catch up. Right, okay, Matic next. Another divergence, guys. You've had the break, you've come back down, you've retested, you're holding this as support. Currently sitting at 37 cents. Bullish divergence again. You've got a reversal on the stochastic. See, these are looking good as far as setups are concerned. People feel crap, but these are looking good. Got GLMR exactly the same, guys, holding this strong support at the bottom of the range, sitting at 14 cents. Again, divergence. We've got divergences everywhere. No matter where you look, we've got divergences on the charts. That's signaling that something is changing. Again, had a break, come back down, retested this as support. You're holding this as support. What was previous resistance, flipped support, exactly the same price, $1.14 on Theta. Beam, need to take out this high on Beam, 4.5 cents. We need to take out 4.5 cents, but Beam is, again, at a strong support level. Currently sitting at 0.03 cents. We've got Say, exactly the same, guys. So you can see these charts are looking exactly the same. When you look at the total 3, we'll come back to Say. You look at the total 3, this is all of the crypto market excluding Bitcoin. You take Bitcoin out, you take Ethereum out. This is the rest of the crypto market. So you can see that they're not bleeding as much. Simple. Right, okay, so Say's had the break. It's had its retest, currently sitting at 26 cents, and that's on a buy level. Exactly the same for Moon River. Let me zoom in on that. Get rid of the fib. Right, let's zoom in on this one. It's looking nice. So that's holding. So it's had a reaction at its 618. It's holding at 618 as support, which also coincides with this previous resistance here. See, guys, previous resistance here, holding support, holding at the 618, holding at the previous resistance, RS flip support, currently sitting at $8.71 on Moon River. Got GRT. Might as well be showing you the same chart here, guys. GRT again, break, holding support, sitting at 0.013, holding the support buy at the moment. So when are we wrong on this? When you take out this previous low here, sitting at 0.11 cents. Once you get a break and a close below there, that's taken out, and then you're looking at moves to the downside. More opportunities, guys. Moves to the downside, but more opportunities. Another divergence. Got here, another divergence. You've got higher lows. Chart needs to catch up. Right, QTM next. Same. Once, twice, three times, $2.10, holding support. Looks good to me. Then you've got Shiba. Right, okay, I think I'll probably wait for the break on this one. I've already allocated my position in Shiba, but you can wait for the break just for an additional confirmation on this one. You'll get an additional confirmation. The one thing that you don't want is a big volatile spike to the upside where you get a close here. You're not allowed to take the position until you get a close. You get a close there, and then your downside, unfortunately, outweighs the upside. So you've got to be careful and use the appropriate risk management, because that would be 52% move to the downside if it come back to test its previous low. So I'll be waiting on Shiba. Celestia looks good. Once, twice, three times. Holding $3.96. You want a break and a close above $6.24 before any kind of reversals in on tier on Celestia. PayPay looks like it's currently testing. Let's have a look. It's testing its 786 retracement. It's failed its 786 retracement, and now it's looking like it's going to come all the way back down to, I'll say this, 0. shitloads of zeros, 8039. Arbitrum. Bullish divergence, bullish. You've got big bullish divergence here. In fact, you've got two. You've got one here, putting in a lower low, another one here, putting in a lower low. You've got one here on the RSI, higher low, and then higher low. Right, okay, the 3 picks for the week, guys. This is my 3 picks for the week. You've got Vanry trading at 0.08. We've had a break, we've had a retest, come back down, held support, and then we've come back down. We've tested this again. So $50 if Vanry is going into the portfolio today. $50 of AVAX is going into the portfolio today, sitting at 21.52. That's going to be my entry. And then Jasmy is going to be the final one. Jasmy's held this as support. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Once, twice, 3 times resistance. Once, twice, 3 times support. I'm interested here, 0.01849. So I'll be buying $50 of Jasmy, and I'll be adding that to the portfolio. So I'll update you with the portfolio later on today, guys. Don't forget, get on our Discord. It's completely free. We update everything on the portfolio there. We talk about crypto. We've got news. We've got charts. We've got Forex. We've got all sorts of different things on there. So get yourself in there. It's completely free. I'll leave a link in the description below. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel if you did find this useful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.